Most guys spend their whole lives chasing after women, thinking that if they just say the right thing or act the right way, they'll finally unlock that secret door to attraction. But they miss the truth completely. Attraction isn't about words, it's not about tricks or tactics or the way you dress. It's about energy. And nothing pulls a woman in like masculine calm. Not the fake calm you force when you're nervous. Not the one you wear like a mask because someone told you. Women like confident guys. I'm talking about real, embodied, deep calm that lives inside you, not just on the surface, but in your bones. It's the kind of energy that a woman doesn't just notice, she feels it. And she doesn't even know why she's feeling it's primal, ancient, instinctual. That calm tells her something her mind can't put into words, but her body. And emotions know exactly what it means. It tells her that you don't need anything from her. You are already whole with or without her. And that right there is magnetic. Why does this work? It's because women live in emotional worlds. Not in a bad way. Not because they're weak. Because that's their natural energy. Fluid, emotional, expressive, stormy. And in that world, most guys are like leaves floating on water. Every little emotional wave from her knocks them around. One bad mood, and he's scrambling to fix it. One slow reply, and he's spinning out in his head, wondering if she's lost interest.
I want playful test.
And he's reacting like a little boy desperate for approval. And that's exactly why those guys lose. But when a woman meets a man who doesn't flinch at her emotions, who stands steady, no matter how wild she gets, that's when the real attraction begins. She might not even know why she's drawn to you. It's because you're not reacting. You're not chasing. You're not flustered. You're rooted. And rootedness in a man is rare. She feels it in your eye contact. She feels it in your body. Language. She feels it in the way you don't need to fill every silence with words. The grounded, masculine commits like oxygen to her chaos. And the moment she feels it, that's when you stop being just another guy and start becoming the one she can't forget. Most men don't even realize how much they're giving their power away. They think they're just being nice, being thoughtful, being good communicators, but underneath all that is this silent, constant need for approval. And women can smell that neediness from miles away. It's not what you say, it's the energy underneath your words that tells her everything. Masculine calm is the opposite of that neediness. It's not about pretending you don't care, and it's definitely not about playing games. It's about knowing you don't need her to complete you. It's about feeling whole before she even shows up. When you carry that kind of energy, you don't have to convince her of anything. You don't have to chase, persuade, or prove your worth. You just are. And that's powerful because women don't fall in love with a man who's desperate to be chosen. They fall in love with a man who has already chosen himself. Think about how most guys act when they start liking a girl. Suddenly, their whole mood depends on her. If she replies fast, he's on top of the world. If she takes hours to respond, he's falling apart inside, wondering what he did wrong. That's not masculine calm. That's emotional slavery. Women test men all the time, not because they're evil, but because they're trying to feel your strength. It's not about words. It's about your state. If she's upset and you panic, she knows she can't trust you to hold space for her feelings. If she pulls away and you start chasing, she knows you don't value yourself enough to let things unfold naturally. But when you're calm, steady, and grounded, she feels something she doesn't feel with other men. Safety. Not just physical safety, emotional safety. The kind of safety that lets her relax, breathe, open up, and fall deeper without even understanding why she's doing it. That's why masculine calm is magnetic. It's not just a vibe, it's an anchor. You become the eye of the storm. And the beautiful part is, you don't have to say much at all. You don't have to explain yourself, justify your feelings, or try to convince her to like you. Your stillness says it all. And when a woman realizes she can't shake you, that's when curiosity turns into obsession. That's when you stop being an option and start being the one. The wild thing most men don't understand is that the calmer you are, the more intense she becomes. And it's not because she's unstable or playing games, it's because your grounded energy brings out something primal in her. Feminine energy is all about movement, emotion, feeling, expression. It's It's like a river, sometimes smooth, sometimes rushing, sometimes overflowing its banks. Masculine calm is like the riverbank, steady, firm, unshaken by the movement of the water. And here's what's crazy. When you stay grounded in the middle of her emotional waves, you give her permission to feel more. You become the safe space where she can be fully expressed, fully wild, fully herself. That's why she tests you. It's not to be toxic, but to see if you can handle her. See if your calm is real or just another performance you learned from a YouTube video. She might get dramatic out of nowhere. She might push buttons, throw little emotional storms your way, or act cold to see if you'll break character. But when you don't flinch, when you breathe and let it pass like waves hitting a rock, that's when you go from he's cute to what the hell is it about him that I can't shake. That's when you stop being predictable and start becoming a challenge in a game-playing way, but in a soul-level way. You represent something different. You're not like the guys who crumble at the first sign of emotional turbulence. You're not moved by moods or emotional storms. You're unmoved, and that's exactly what makes you irresistible. Masculine calm is not about ignoring her feelings. It's about not getting sucked into them. You're not there to fix her. You're not her therapist. You're her anchor. You witness her emotions. You hold space. You listen. But you don't rush to solve everything. And that makes her feel more feminine because now she has the space to feel deeply without worrying that you'll fall apart. That's rare. Most guys fold. Most guys react. Most guys make her feel like she's too much. But you win. You hold that calm, steady frame. You invite her deeper into herself. And the more she feels herself around you, the more she wants you. Not because of what you're saying, but because of who you are. Most guys don't even realize how often they sabotage attraction by doing too much. They talk too much, text too much, explain too much, apologize too much, all because they're uncomfortable with emotional tension. They can't sit with uncertainty, so they scramble to fill every gap, thinking that if they just say the right thing, they'll win her over. But that's not how real attraction works. Real attraction is felt in the spaces between the words. In the pauses, in the moments where you don't rush to fix or prove anything. Masculine calm is about owning those spaces. It's the energy of a man who's comfortable being misunderstood, comfortable in silence, comfortable even when emotions are running high. That kind of presence is so rare that when a woman feels it, she can't help but lean in. It's not logical, it's instinctual. You don't need to be loud or flashy when your stillness says more than your words ever could. The thing is, women don't want constant solutions. They don't want every emotion analyzed or fixed. What they crave, whether they know it or not, is witnessing. They want a man who can hold their emotions without collapsing or reacting. They want to feel like they can be fully emotional around you without having to worry that you'll take it personally or fall apart. That's why masculine calm is powerful. It makes you feel safe to her on a level that words can't reach. Safe doesn't mean boring. Safe means she can let her guard down. She can stop performing. She can just be, and that's where real connection happens. Most guys never get to that level because they're too busy overthinking, performing, or seeking approval. They don't understand that true attraction happens when you stop chasing and just allow things to come to you. When you stop reacting to every emotional flicker she throws your way, you become rare, and people are drawn to what's rare. She's not used to a man who doesn't get flustered. She's not used to someone who can just breathe through her storms and remain steady. And that's why she starts thinking about you at night. That's why you pop into her head at random moments. Not because you tried to force it, but because calm is rare. Presence is rare. And you just became unforgettable by simply being. This is where everything shifts the moment you realize that being the loudest guy in the room doesn't make you powerful. Being the funniest, the flashiest, the one with the most clever words might get attention. But it doesn't create deep attraction. What does is stillness, presence, groundedness. That's where the game changes. You don't win by performing, you win by being. Masculine calm isn't a trick to get women. It's a way of living that naturally draws the right people into your life. And the truth is, when you finally stop trying to impress her, That's when you truly start impressing upon her. Your energy speaks before you open your mouth. Your calm is like a frequency that cuts through the noise of the world. She might not even understand it, but she'll feel it. And that feeling lingers long after you've left the room. What makes this so powerful is that it flips the entire script. You're not chasing her approval. She's chasing your presence. You're not seeking validation from her. She's seeking the feeling of security.